Welcome to In the Kitchen with Nina. So, Nina and I have been up to something, and it is that we thought how brilliant of an idea it would be if we had videos of Nina making some of all of our favorite recipes and kind of sharing and telling the stories behind those recipes, because even we just actually finished filming what you will see next, but I had no idea some of the stuff that she put in what will be our first video, the macaroni salad. Didn't know that some of the items that went into it. And then I didn't really fully know the story behind the macaroni salad. So pretty interesting stuff ahead. Kind of to give like a time capsule feel of what's going on in everybody's life when we get to share this with our children and all the family members to come. It's February 2020. We are in Nina and Rara's house. Rara is on the couch
His normal state.
eating homemade chicken noodle soup with Parker. Let's see what the big things going on. Cash is having a baby in 2 weeks. Brittany's having a baby a couple weeks after that. Dustin and I are 12 weeks pregnant. We find out what we're having tomorrow. Maddie and Clayton are getting married this year. Christina and Neil are buying a house in like a month.
Yep. They'll be closed next week. They move in next month. Yeah.
Big fun year. What better time to kind of stop down? I think I got the idea behind all of this past Christmas because one of our favorite Christmas traditions is watching some of the old homemade movies that most of the time Rara filmed himself with excellent commentary in the background. And Joel and I had made the comment that we just didn't have many of those same length of movies any longer, just because how I think media has changed so much, and Rara carrying around those huge cameras, he doesn't do that anymore. We have such small little fragments of clips from things, but we don't...
Small videos or small, just pictures. A lot of pictures, because it's so easy with your camera and with the phone now.
So, kind of watching that over Christmas, having that conversation with Joel, something just dawned on me, and I was like, how cool would it be to have videos of Nina in the kitchen? That's when you come to a party, you don't see Nina because Nina is in the kitchen, and she doesn't leave the kitchen. And I don't think she eats half the food that she cooks. So, and everybody has a favorite Nina recipe. I think with our first video with the macaroni salad, that has to be the first video, because I think that's the most famous dish.
Yep. And
it's the most original, I think, of everything that you make. I've never had any macaroni salad that's tasted close to what yours has tasted like.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a good start, and we hope to ask other family members their requests of what they would like to see Nina make and what they'd like to know about it. But so in your opinion, who are your top people in the family that love the macaroni?
Okay, so it definitely would be your mom, Giovanna. It's one of
I think mom's number one.
Definitely favorite. Christina, she loves it, and she's watched me make it several times, and she's trying to perfect it.
Master it, Neil.
It's one of Roger's favorites. It's one of Joel's favorites. I think Logan, she would consider it one of her favorites. Dustin loves the macaroni salad.
He'll just sit down with like a bowl of it. No, I take that back. He sits down with the whatever container you send him with. He just brings that into the couch and just eats directly out of the container.
And I think everyone else, probably, for the exception of a few, enjoy it. They like it. I wouldn't call it their all-time favorite, but it is definitely one of the staples that we have at every single gathering. I mean, if we're doing a family gathering, the macaroni salad is going to be there for sure.
Something that doesn't get asked very often. What is your favorite thing to make?
Oh my gosh. That's a great question.
Really putting that, on the spot.
Yeah, you are.
No one ever asks, like, Nina, what do you want? You always ask everyone else what what do I need to make?
Well, you know, it's funny. I don't really have a favorite, but I guess if I had to choose, it probably would be the macaroni salad, only because growing up and it being one of the dishes Nanny made, and it was one of my most favorite dishes that she made, I worked so hard to try to get it to taste like I remembered hers tasting. So I guess it would probably be the macaroni salad, because that's the one thing that I remember I enjoyed the most.
The history and love behind it.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
What is, okay, aside of you making something, what is your favorite food?
Oh, Italian by far.
And what would it be? Rockfish, like some kind of rockfish?
Oh, the rockfish I love, that we used to get when we go to El Jardines. Actually, I'm trying to get Rara to take me there sometime in the next couple of weeks, because rockfish is in season, so they have it.
I sent you that picture. I made those rockfish fried sandwiches. Those were delicious.
They were awesome. That did look wonderful. But just another dish that I love, and I have never made it, but I love it, is the linguine and white clam sauce.
You always do. You
love
get that a lot.
And I haven't made it because no one else really eats it. So it's sort of hard to make a dish just for yourself when no one else eats it. But I do love, that's one of my favorites.
Neil eats it. I think I've seen him order something similar at restaurants.
Yeah, he may have. He has he has to do the gluten-free pasta, so I'm not quite sure gluten-free pasta
tastes as good.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He says it does, but I don't think I would want to.
I think you just have to say that so you can mentally prepare yourself.
Yeah, I think you have to be sort of like, okay, I gotta eat it, so I'm gonna pretend like it really tastes good. But some of the other dishes that I'm hoping that we can do, I get requests for the fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And
you like it with honey.
I do. I love to make my fried chicken and then dip it in honey. That's a Southern thing, I think. Some people like it with hot sauce. I don't really.
I feel like Dustin probably likes it with hot sauce.
I'm not a real big I don't like anything that's over spicy, because I think it just sort of takes away from the dish. It just sort of, you don't get the whole experience of all the flavors, but that's just me. But I definitely want to do the fried chicken. Sausage gravy, I think that's one of our standards in the family that we make. So maybe we'll do that. I'm trying to think of some other dishes that I make that people seem to enjoy.
Well, I do want to take people's requests. I want them,
that would be good.
I want them to tell us, the audience, to tell us what they want us to make. I think I'm so excited. I think it's so neat that we'll have this little thing shared between the two of us, and it's a long time coming. I mean, I think I've been exposed probably to your food more than anyone outside of Neil, Joel, or Prox, just because I was blessed with living across the street from you when we were little.
Right.
And then I spent a third of my life living with you in my 20s.
Which I cherish.
Which was some of the absolute best years living at the beach. There's just not enough adjectives to describe the fun I feel that the three of us,
we did,
Rara included, had at the beach. And I try to express to Dustin like that house and like that moment of time. And there's just, unless you were there, there's just really, you can't encapsulate like how fun that was. It really was. I know it will always be one of those little frames of time of my life that I will always cherish and look back on as just being perfect, like a perfect sliver in time.
Well, it was beyond special to me. I mean, I think of it more times than you can imagine. I cherish it. I would never, ever, ever not want to have those memories. And I think everybody knows that you're pretty special to me. Yeah. Talking
to you, Joel. What, Rara? Everyone definitely knows I'm your favorite. There's no denying it. Like Mala Mal the other night. She very clearly stated that I am not her favorite.
Well, Mama Ma's in another world, so we just
that is so true.
We just sort of have to accept that and take it for what it's worth.
But how blessed is she to be living in that world?
You know, she must be. I keep telling myself or praying that that is the case. I don't want to be in that world with her, but yeah, I think that it's the perfect place for Mom.
Yeah.
The perfect place.
I think she's living her best life.
Yeah.
I truly do.
Mm-hmm.
But so many exciting and fun videos to come.
Yeah.
Can't wait to share more memories and more backstories of how all of the love and just pure deliciousness of what goes into Nina's food, share it with the rest of the world. So we will see you at the next one.
Bye. Love you. Love you.
Mwah. We used to be drinking buddies, but
I know.
temporarily on hold.
We'll get back to that. I'm holding the fort down for her. Always start off with a little drink that they can have while they're cooking. And since we're doing this in the morning, I'm actually going to start off with a mimosa. And you know, I love my peach schnapps, so I always put a little more than a dab of that in. And just a splash, of orange juice. We don't want to overdo the orange juice because we really want the taste of the alcohol. So, now that we have this ready, I'm going to put a little ice cube in it, and then we can start cooking our macaroni salad.